Hello everyone. Today it is third class on non-profit organization. We are trying our level best to reach my students with my camera. Let us start or let us solve the problems of 12 marks. Okay. Preparation of income and expenditure account and balance sheet. When opening the balance sheet is given in the problem. Please concentrate on once again. Preparation of income and expenditure account and balance sheet when opening balance sheet is given in the problem. So this problem for 12 marks for this problem. Okay, this is somewhat a big problem. Here I am going to say dictate somewhat this problem. While that you can take some screenshot as the problem. Okay. Following are the balance sheet and receipts and payment account of Konnoor's Educational Society LLT. This is opening balance sheet. Balance sheet as on 1/4/2019. So dear students, you need to concentrate. The financial year starts on 1/4/2019, ends on 31st/3/2020. It does mean that this is the opening date and this one is the closing date. Look here, this is the opening balance sheet of the current year. It does mean that the closing balance sheet of previous year. So here they have provided the opening balance sheet. Look at on the liability side. They have given capital fund rupees 36,500. Next, audit fees 2,500. It means audit fees is outstanding for the last year. So look at on the asset side. Cash in hand 2,050. Maps and charts 1,600, 5% government bonds 31,000, outstanding subscription. As I said already, subscription is an income. Here they have mentioned as outstanding subscription means subscription we have earned already but not yet received. That is receivable amount. That is the reason they have shown on the asset side. So that is the amount 1,000. Furniture 3,250. Okay, this is the opening balance sheet. Opening balance sheet of current year is nothing but the closing balance sheet of previous year. So in the problem they have given a receipts and payment account also. No need to prepare once again, that is receipts and payment account, but because they have already given here receipts and payment account for the year ending 31st/3/2020. The date is very important. You need to concentrate. The current year ending date is 31st/3/2020. Here I have mentioned. Look at on the receipt side. This is opening balance, opening cash balance 2,050. Already it is here 2,050. Opening cash, and we have given already two balance brought down, that is 2,050. Subscriptions received during the year is 20,500. Two donations 2,500. Two interest on government bonds 850. Next, look at on the payment side. Audit fees 2,500. Rent paid 1,800. Maps and charts 3,400. Already in the opening balance sheet they have mentioned maps and charts rupees 1,600. Again we have purchased maps and charts worth rupees 3,400. Paid for stationery and postage rupees 250. Salary rupees 8,000. Functions 1,050. By balance carried out 8,900. So these are they have already provided in the problem, that is opening balance sheet. One is receipts and payments account. Along with this, they have given adjustments. Adjustment number 1, audit fees rupees 2500 still due. It is nothing but this is outstanding current year. This one is payable amount. Audit fees rupees 2500 still due. Look here, this is the opening balance sheet of current year, is just nothing but the closing balance sheet of previous year. They have provided liability side audit fees rupees 2500. This is last year due. In current year we have already paid rupees 2500. Means 2500 what we have paid that belongs to previous years. Yes? So that belongs to previous years. Still it remains as outstanding audit fees rupees 2500. We need to record in the present year. Next, adjustment number 2, charge rupees 250 as depreciation on furniture. Direct amount they have mentioned here. Furniture worth rupees 3250, out of which we have to deduct rupees 250 as depreciation. Next, adjustment number 3, half of the donation is to be considered as revenue. Very important, half of the donation is to be considered as a revenue. It does mean that half of the donation is to be considered as capital. Right? Outstanding subscription rupees 2000. Outstanding subscription rupees 2000. In the current year we have received subscription rupees 20,500. Whatever we have received 20,500 still remained to be received. That is amount rupees 2000. Then one more adjustment, subscription received in advance rupees 1,500, which belongs to next year, that we have received as an advance. Subscription, one is to be added, another adjustment is to be deducted. Why? Because it is next year received as an advance. That is the reason we need to deduct. Here the examiner asked you to prepare number 1, income and expenditure account. Second one is balance sheet as on 31st/3/2020. With the help of this problem, here we need to prepare these two. One is income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Okay, dear students, I hope you have taken whatever I have given the problem as a screenshot. Here I would like to prepare this one. One is income and expenditure account. Then second one is balance sheet. Okay. Here it has mentioned the number 1. Firstly, I need to write it as this one educational institution's name, that is non-profit organization name, Connors Educational Society LT. This is non-profit organization name. Is asked to prepare. The first one is income and expenditures account. For the year ending 31st/3/2020. This is the current year, which he has mentioned on the receipts and payment account 31st/3/2020. Dear students, while studying theoretical on this chapter, I have said already regarding something about the income and expenditure account. So, in brief, I would like to say income and expenditure account is a nominal account. It is just like profit and loss account prepared in a non-profit organization which gives surplus or deficit. Also, it contains a revenue, receipts, or you can say revenue expenditures, revenue incomes related to current year. Keep in mind, revenue expenditures, revenue incomes contains revenue expenditures, revenue incomes relating to a current year. In Kannada you can ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್. So you make it one more column, that is inner column, for the sake of adjustments. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಯಾರ, ಸೊ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ as on 31st 3 2020. Dear students, keep in mind, again I am saying, we are trying our level best to reach you all with the help of camera. Okay. Liabilities, amount, assets, amount. So you can put one more column, that is inner column, for the sake of adjustments. So you ಎರಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಿಡಿಸಬೇಕು. So one is to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Dear students, as I said earlier, receipts, or you can say the incomes, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು, ಒಂದು ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್. One is revenue receipts or revenue income, then another one is capital receipts or capital income. ಇವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, as I said earlier, income and expenditure contains only revenue items. Income and expenditure, this account contains only revenue items of the current year. Revenue items of the current year only, right? So ಈ revenue income ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು? By side. ತಿಳಿತದೆ? Revenue receipts relating to current year. Okay. This one capital receipt, one time receipt, like life membership fees receipt, so donation receipts, so legacies receipts, whatever it may be, we do receive as a one time, that is capital receipt, is to be written on the liability side. Capital receipt or capital income. Capital receipt, receipts. One more, that is expenditures. Expenditure ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂತೀವಿ, expenses ಅಂತೀವಿ. So or you can say payments. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎರಡನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. Here we can see two varieties. One is revenue and second one is capital. Then the question, what are the revenue expenditures? What are the capital expenditures? I would like to dictate somewhat. I have already said something about the revenue expenditures as well as capital expenditures. Revenue expenditures, which are regularly expenditures, recurring expenses, I can say, recurring expenses. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಾಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು? ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ payments or revenue expenses relating to current year. This is very important. Relating to current year. Current year. Current year means present year. Present year revenue expenditures. This one present year revenue receipts. So ಇದು ಮುಗಿತು. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ as only once. For example, this one is a Kondo's Educational Society. Here it is Educational Society. Non-profit organization is Educational Society. For the sake of this non-profit organization, it needs to purchase land, building, or educational premises. This one, so on and so forth. So those are all the capital expenditures. If you have purchased only once by spending the money, that is the capital expenditure. So capital expenditures are just nothing but raising the fixed assets. So capital expenditures. Look here, balance sheet, it contains one is liabilities, another one is assets. So liabilities, capital receipts, assets, capital expenses. In brief, once again I would like to say, it contains only revenue items. It means here income and expenditure account contains only revenue items relating to current year. The balance sheet contains capital items, capital receipts, liabilities, capital expenditures, asset. Okay, so now I would like to solve the problem. So you have the question. I hope you have taken the screenshot which I have already provided you people. Okay, dear students, as we have already studied during PUC first year, so adjustments are recorded twice. One is in balance sheet, another one is here. We need to solve only two statements. One is income and expenditure account. Again, that is second one is balance sheet. Look at the problem. Dear students, adjustments, you need to concentrate on adjustments. Audit fees rupees 2,500 still due. Audit fees rupees 2,500 still due. You look at on the liability side, audit fees 2,500. So in balance sheet yavadidu ee varshada opening balance sheet. This is the opening balance sheet of current year, is nothing but the closing balance sheet of previous year. Audit fees 2,500 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಹೋದ ವರ್ಷದ ನಾವು ಆಡಿಟ್ ಫೀಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಫೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ? 2,500 ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಡಿಟ್ ಫೀಸ್ ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 2,500 ಇದೆ. ಲೈಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಫೀಸ್ 2,500 ಇದೆ. ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 2,500 ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು 2,500 ಐ ಮೀನ್ 2,500 ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, 2,500 ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಯಿತು. ಸೇಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ he has already given receipts and payment account. We should not prepare once again. So that here 2,500 is to be cancelled. But in adjustment he provided audit fees rupees 2,500 still due, means so this is current year audit fees. So So audit fees remained as outstanding. Here it is an expenditure. To, you can write like this, to audit fees, audit fees paid during the year rupees 2500. Now ಈ ವರ್ಷ audit fees 2500 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ, but it is whatever we have paid rupees 2500, this is not the current year, so it is last year balance. So that is the reason we need to deduct less outstanding last year. So now it remained as a nil. But the current year, again it shows as outstanding for the current year 2500. He has mentioned in adjustments. So it does mean that current year audit fees rupees 2500. This is from the adjustment. As I said earlier, adjustments are to be recorded twice. Here I would like to leave a few spaces for writing of capital fund. So I would like to write here outstanding. What is that? Audit fees. This is current year outstanding. It remains payable amount. That is the reason I have written on the liability side of the current year balance sheet. Look at on the second adjustment. Charge rupees 250 as depreciation on furniture. You need to look on asset side of the balance sheet. So asset side they have provided lastly furniture rupees 3250. Again you need to concentrate on the payment side. Is there any on the payment side furniture? No furniture on the payment side. Okay, come to asset side. Furniture. Yesterday amount to 3250. So in adjustments he has provided less depreciation, has given direct amount, nothing to calculate. So the net amount 3000. So here again we need to write it on the expenditure side. Because revenue expenditure, depreciation on furniture. What is the amount? 250. Look at on the third adjustment. Half of the donations is to be considered as a revenue receipt. Donation, it is the receipt. Donation is the receipt. Here he has mentioned in the third adjustment, half of the donation is to be considered as a revenue. By donation, half of the donation. So what is the amount of donation? The amount of donation is rupees 2500. He has given on the receipt side in the problem 2500. 50%, half means 50% of donation, 2500. 50% of 2500 is 1250. Am I right? I'll dictate here 2500 into 1 by 2. So what about another 50%? We need to write it on the liability side. So firstly I need to write capital fund. They are given on the liability side of the opening balance sheet. Capital fund is 36,400. Add number 1, 50% donation, or you can write donation, half of the donation. So that is 1250. The total donation is rupees 2500. Here as per his adjustments, here I have considered 1250 as a revenue donation. So half of the donation is assumed here is taken as capital donation. The adjustment number last one, this is very important, you need to concentrate. Outstanding subscription. Subscription means revenue receipt. Outstanding subscriptions rupees 2000. Look here, we need to concentrate on the receipt side. To subscription, that is the income. Here we need to write it on the income side of the income and expenditure account by subscriptions. Dear students, as I said already, ನಾನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಈ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಬರೀತೀರಿ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ಸ್ ಬರೀತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ related to the current year only. Look here, subscription received during the year, he has mentioned here on the receipt side 20,500. Now subscription yes is receive ಮಾಡಿವಿ 20,500, but ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ 20,500, I mean 20,500. ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಈ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ rupees 1,000. So means whatever we have received 20,500, this is not the current year, entirely current year. So that is the reason we need to deduct last year outstanding amount also we have received. Outstanding last year. So for this I can say somewhat linkage between outstanding subscription of rupees 1,000 for the last year. So whatever we have received, subscription rupees 20,500 means, so we have received 20,500 in this year subscription. So from which we need to deduct last year outstanding rupees 1,000. Here 19,500, it is the current year subscription. Okay, so in adjustment, outstanding subscription rupees 2,000 still remained as an outstanding. That is the reason we need to add outstanding current year. What is the amount? 2,000. 21,500. So outstanding current year means income earned but not yet received, that is receivable amount. So if it is payable amount, we need to write it on the liability side, but it is receivable amount, that is the reason we need to write it on the asset side, that is outstanding subscriptions. Outstanding subscriptions, that is 2,000. Dear students, look at on the in the adjustments. As I said earlier, adjustments are to be recorded twice. One is I have recorded here and another one is recorded here. So still it remains the question, that is and subscriptions received in advance 1,500. So this 21,500 includes 1,500 received amount for the next year. That is the reason we need to deduct. Why? Because this is not our current year income. So here we have received as an advance, received, or you can say pre-received subscriptions. The amount is rupees 1,500. Here we need to deduct it. So the resultant figure is 20,000 received subscription. This amount is entirely related to the current year. I'll dictate once again. So this pre-received subscription, this is related to the next year. So we have received as an advance. So this is not our income, this is next year income. That is the reason we need to write it on the liability side. So pre-received subscription, the amount is 1,500. So this part is very important. You need to concentrate while solving this problem. Dear students, as I said, incomes under income and expenditure account which are related to the current year only, right? Subscription received during the year is 20,500. This 20,500 contains 1,000 previous years outstanding. That is reason we have deducted to get the current year amount, that is 19,500. But still outstanding, it does mean that it is receivable amount of the current year. So that is the reason again I have added from to this 19,500. So the total is 21,500. Out of which 21,500, as per that instruction given in the adjustments, pre-received subscription means 1,500 received for the next year. So it does mean that this is not our current year. This relates to next year. So that is the reason I need to deduct this 1,500 from the 21,500. The resultant figure 20,000 is the current year income, current year subscription. So these two here, 1 and 2, are from the adjustments. So this is a receivable amount. This is received in advance. Receivable amount is to be written on the asset side. Received in advance is to be written on the liability side. So with this, so all the adjustments are over. So again, I'll come to on the liability side. Look here. On the opening balance sheet, liability side, capital fund is given 36,500. I have written here. So audit fees, adjustments are over. Then next, come to on asset side, cash in hand. First one, cash in hand given. ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. You look at on the asset side of the opening balance sheet, cash in hand 2,050. That is already written in the receipts and payment account. Debit side 2,050. So it is to be cancelled. Subscription adjustments are already finished. Donation are also already finished. Now to interest on government bonds. So very important. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು liability side ಮುಗಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ asset side ನೋಡಿ cash in hand ಮುಗಿದಿದೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ maps and charts ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೈಡ್, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಬರದಾಗಿದೆ 36,400, ಆಡಿಟ್ ಫೀಸ್ ಇದು ಮುಗಿದಿದೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ 2,050 ಇದೆ, ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಕೂಡ 2,050, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ 2 ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಈಗ ನಾನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಲುಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ and charts. Maps and charts 1,600 ಇದೆ. The big question, the amount ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು outer column ಬರಿಬೇಕು, inner column ಬರಿಬೇಕು. Please concentrate. The amount of maps and charts, that is 1,600. Whether I have to write it in the inner column or outer column. ಅದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಔಟರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ 3,400 ಇದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಡಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ 1,600 ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ. ಆಡ್ ಎಡಿಷನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್? ಎಡಿಷನಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ 3,400. So this is about link, but not it is adjustment. Adjustment ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು, ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So this one is opening balance, additionally purchased. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ? 3,400. They have mentioned on the payment side only, but they did not mention in adjustments. That is the reason I am writing here only once. So total maps and charts, how much? 5,000. 600, 400, 1,000, 4,000, 5,000. Again next, 5% government bonds. It is somewhat hidden adjustment. 5% government bonds. What is the amount? 31,000. Look here. 5% government bonds 31,000. Here you need to concentrate on the receipt side. Interest on government bonds, that is the income by interest on government bonds. Yes, the amount to 850. I will show you one hidden adjustment here. What is the 5% of this 31,000? How to calculate this 5%? With the help of this calculator, you can ascertain the 5% of rupees 31,000 in your home. But I will show you without calculator how to ascertain 5% of rupees 31,000. See here, if you remove this last zero, 3,100, 3,000. See here, the amount is 31,000. 5% of this 31,000. So if you remove the last zero, it is 3,100. 10% of 31,000. So 10%. That 3,100 is the 10%. Either the arda, I mean 5% is stuck to the, how much for 5%? So 1,500, 150, 1,500. Am I right? Yes? Alright? Okay. So 10% is rupees 3,100, 5% is 1,550. Look here, the 5% of government bonds worth rupees 31,000, interest is 5%. So if you have invested rupees 31,000 in the government bond, so you will earn 5%. 5%, 1,550. But you have received only 850. 1,550. So you have received only 850. Yet to be received. How much? 700. So that is outstanding balance. Outstanding interest on government bond. The amount is 700. ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. 31,000 ಇದೆ. ಇದರದ್ದು 5% ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 1,550 ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Here we have received interest on government bond rupees 850. So we have received 850. ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ನಾವು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಓನ್ಲಿ 850. ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 700. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. The interest on government bond rupees 1,550. This receivable amount is to be written on the asset side. So add or you can write separately, right? So better to write separately. Interest on government bonds. So this is 5% government bonds is rupees 31,000. Outstanding interest on government bonds. How much? 700. So I will dictate here. I will show here. So total 1,550 is interest, out of which we have received 850. So the balance amount, receivable amount. Right? Subscription, look at on the asset side. So we have completed 5% government bonds. Next one, subscriptions outstanding. So we have already solved subscriptions and furtherly we have written its adjustments. Right? Next, furniture. Furniture also we have already solved here. Furniture 3,250 less depreciation 250. So resulted figure is 3,000. Again we have written here to depreciation of furniture. So the balance sheet mugitu. Come to receipts and payment account on the receipt side. Opening balance mugidide, subscription mugidide. We have finished even donations, interest on government bonds mugidide. Come to payment side. Audit fees. First one is, look at on the payment side, audit fees. We have already considered rent. For the rent, no adjustments. So simply you need to write it on the expenditure side of the income and expenditure account. Rent in the outer column, that is 1,800. Rent admele maps and charts. We have already adjusted here. Maps and charts. So maps and charts 1,600 from the opening balance. So additionally purchased 3,400, total 5,000. But this is not the adjustments. Simply it is linkage amount. The next after maps and charts, we can see stationery and postage. So no adjustments for stationery and postage. Dear students, as I said, these are the stationery and postages are revenue expenditures. That is the reason I have written on the expenditure side of the income and expenditure account. What is the amount? 250. Next, salary. Payment side salary. No adjustments for the salary. Salary is rupees 8,000. Next, functions. These are also revenue expenditures, function expenses. Functions. What is the amount? 1,050. So with this, I have covered entire question. So I need to close this income and expenditure account. After that, here I need to tally this one balance sheet. Look here. So while closing this income and expenditure account, which side is more? Hopefully, income side is more. Make it total first. What is the total of income? Income side 250, 300, 500, 800, 21, 22,800. 22,800. So 22,800. The difference. 22,800 is the total of incomes. So from this, we need to deduct total of expenditure. Yes, students, you can ascertain the surplus amount. So by deducting the total of expenses from the total of income, so that will be 8,950. So now profit and loss account ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನಬಾರದು. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದರ ಮೇನ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಏನು? ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬದಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಸರ್ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್. ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ expenses. Okay, this surplus is to be added here. Before that, here surplus 8,950. Okay, what is the total here? 0, 0, 10, 12 plus 4, 16, 46,600. Dear students, so just check it whether the total side is equal. 600, 1600, 4 plus 6, 0, 50,600. This side is also. Dear students, one point we have forgotten, that is, look at on the payment side. Lastly, buy balance carry down, that is the closing balance. Here we need to write that is closing cash, cash in hand, that is 8,900. Look at on the payment side. Lastly, they have given, that is buy balance carry down 8,900 cash in hand. So you will get the total of assets also, the 50,600. Okay, this is the problem.